Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. We are just south of L'Oreal. Probably gonna take this path. See, I think the town is this way. Yeah, we'll see what we got going on here. A piece of paper dangled from the doorknob. At all costs, travelers should avoid contact with Orno, widely known as Orno the Pale, Owen read aloud. A contagion of unknown proportions has already led to the illness of 3 people. Avoid any contact with. The door swung open. Him. Owen straightened himself as a haggard-looking man in his mid-20s appeared in the doorway, his face covered with a bloody handkerchief. Are you Orno? Yes, he wheezed through his handkerchief. And you're on my doorstep. Get away before you get yourselves infected. What's wrong with you? The man shook his head. Don't know. Doctors don't know. Priests don't know. Nobody knows. Only persons that survived is Michelle the healer. But she's a ways off in L'Oreal. I see. Well, we'll be off now. Sorry to have bothered you. Again, the man nodded. I was sure you will be. I was sure of it. No one wished to speak about it. Seeing the glazed looks in each other's eyes and sickly pallor each had begun to exhibit, it was more than obvious they had fallen prey to a virulent plague. Silently, Owen hoped they would reach a temple soon before they all died of it. Whoops! I had actually forgotten about that. 21% plagued. Yay. Let's get into scouting and stealth. I mean, I can definitely withstand this a lot better than I could before, but... Is this slowly eating away at us? Doesn't look like it, but it is going down. Was there anything down here? No. 25? Yeah, it is slowly, ticking that away. Alright. So yeah, you can actually just wait until it wears off. Alright, I'm going to bookmark. And we're going to camp and rest. Let's see, you are healing, you are healing. So let's see what happens. %2 plagued. Well, let's go ahead and use that. Toss that on over to you. And let's get you healing again. And we'll rest for a day. There we go. All better. No longer plagued. We have fought off the dreaded plague. There we go. Alright. Let's keep going. This is L'Oreal. I don't know that we checked everything. I don't remember if we checked this. I closed some... Seriously? Let me just... Wait another... You don't get a, that should have said it before. It's kind of rude. Oh well. Alright, what do I want to sell? Will you buy that? Yep, you will. Good. So we can get rid of that. Go ahead and repair our armor. I don't think there's anything else that you have that I would want. Not really. Alright. Do I have a shovel? I do not have a shovel. Actually, I should get a shovel. Because I did get rid of one. It's fine. I don't know that I'll need one coming up, but you never know. There is going to be an area to explore soon. The door opened slightly. Peering at them without opening the door all the way, a thin man rubbed the sleep from his eyes. "I'm not open for business right now. You'll have to come back later," he said. Business? Glancing down at the side of the house, Owen looked for a sign or a shingle, but none was in evidence. "What do you sell?" "I'm a gems dealer. Kiefer Ales cook. But I don't have anything in stock right now," he said with irritation. "It's likely to be several weeks before I get anything again, so please go away." Before Owen could say another word, Kiefer had closed the door. Well, that is just rude. And we had already encountered you before, you dink. How rude. Let's... Doesn't seem anybody's about. Doesn't seem anybody's about. Alright, let's just run south by the town. There we go. Alright. Nothing on the road. We'll rest until morning. Nothing across the bridge, except some enemies that I did not see. Oh, good. No one gets to go first. Ish. Alright, Owen. You know what to do. Lightning bolt that sucker. Good. Good. Get up there and say hi to him. Have some lightning. Hi there. Hack. Love the overhand swing. Bonk right on the noggin. I don't know if this increases the chance of getting accuracy, but it does do more damage. It's not as accurate. Nice. Owen took out 2 in that fight. I'm impressed, Owen. And there were poisoned bolts. I am shocked that no one got poisoned. Spoiled rations, don't care. Ooh. Alright, I need to take something else. Regular rations. It's a shame that these do not stack. But oh well. Peasant's key. Regular rations. Lots of whetstones. Ooh, a gem. Let's go ahead and use that on your armor. Grab the gem. And nothing else worthwhile. They must have been off to the side, because I sure did not see them. A bird shot into the sky. Alright, so we're about to be ambushed again. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We are a lot closer to the Northlands now. Let's go ahead and bookmark. Wow, I'm not getting much... Oh, wow. Well, that's bad. Alright, Alright, I guess Gorath isn't doing much for the moment. Let's go with Evil Seek. Take you out. Take you out, excellent. Okay, the damage from these guys is not too much. I say as he takes 28 damage. That is not going to work. Alright, let's use this. Why that did damage to Owen, I don't know. Alright, Owen, you are going to need to use a lot of these. Gorath is not doing well either, but he is locked in place, and there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. Go after Gorath, yes. Ish. Alright, Gorath is about to go down, I think. Yep. Well, it's a good thing that I bookmarked, because this is very, very dangerous, and I am not sure that I can win this. Especially with them using ranged attacks. And Owen slowing down. Holy cow! Okay, he's gonna go down. Let's just try this. Okay, that does work on them. I did not realize that. Or I'd forgotten that, actually. I think I remember trying it and it working. Well. Yeah, I mean, it was 2 on 5, and then 1 on 5, so... That's gonna happen. Well, I would like to get into this fight again. On the other hand, I am also okay with getting a lot of stealth. At least you didn't freeze him. Okay, he did not die to that, unfortunately. Jeez. Well, I got a lot of stealth, but that is not going to be sticking around. Because I think I'm going to have to reload this. Alright, well... I'll just buy more of this stuff. I have money. There we go. 3 left there. Let's go ahead and use one of those. Use one of those. I've got stuff on my things. And you've decided to freeze Owen. So Owen will probably go down. But Gorath will not. If I can get up there... he is running away. No, you come back here. Got away. Alright, well, I'm not going to care that much if he gets away, I think. Owen has not gone down yet. Kind of shocked. That thing isn't dead yet? With 77 damage? There we go. Yeah, there goes Owen. Alright, let's get down there. Yeah, one of the interesting things about the movement in this game is that it's not strictly, like, it's grid-based, but it's not like Final Fantasy Tactics, where if your movement is 3, you can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. It is 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So it's you've got a square movement pattern, which is kind of weird. Don't miss. Don't miss. It's weird that I got so many hits off on it. There we go. Yeah, near death. It's a thing. Go ahead and use that. Wait until you're not near death anymore. Get up to about... There we go. Just give all of that to you so that I can get another stack of them at some point. And you can have an herbal pack. Okay, and we don't want to sleep here, apparently. 45 gold. Not the sword. 3 rations, I'll take them. Dolatail milk. I will definitely take. Alright, bookmark. So I am missing out on whatever one of them had, but that's fine. Let's camp until healed. There we go. And then camp until daylight. Alright, bookmark again. Well, that was a very, very annoying fight. The rogue mage hadn't noticed them. Owen counted. Though he had beaten tremendous odds on his various adventures, he knew the sheer numbers of opponents could easily overwhelm them. We won't be able to take all these fellows. Maybe we can try another tactic to get by. You know, or maybe we just can't get by. Let's see what happens if we encounter them. Owen stopped. He looked at the band guarding the pass ahead and called out, "Will you allow us safe passage?" An answer was returned swiftly and with great authority. "By the order of Prince Arutha, we forbid you to come any further." Cupping a hand to his mouth, Owen called back, "We are on official kingdom business. You must let us pass." "We have strict orders not to allow anyone further east," came the response. Korath stepped forward and stood next to Owen. "What shall we do?" "We are greatly outnumbered. We should leave." I mean, especially as they appear to be kingdom mages or something. I don't know why they're rogue mages, but whatever. How about to the north? It's Finn!
What are you two doing back up here again? Prince Arutha sending you on another secret mission?
Of a sort. We're looking for a book that was lost.
Well, just between us. Don't you think this would be a damn peculiar place to find a book? It's not like any of us ever get the opportunity to sit still long enough to read a book, and as far as the Moredhel go, I don't think that stealing books would be very high on their list of priorities.
Is the Inclindel passable?
Either you two are gluttons for punishment or just downright thick. No, the Inclindel isn't open. A few weeks ago they blasted it shut again. Personally, I think we should leave the damn thing closed, but our orders are orders. So my men have started picking things up again. I don't know why King Liam is so bent on keeping the passage open to Armengar, but then again, I don't suppose it's my place to wonder why.
Thanks for your information, Lieutenant Finn. The cold will kill us if the Moredhel don't, he said. It's like Finn said, we'll have to consider the Inclindel blocked for the time being. Oh, fine, be that way. Alright, what do we got? Absolutely nothing. No one answered our knocks. Nothing. They entered a cheery common room. As if grown from the floorboards themselves, a middle-aged man appeared on the spot, and he showed them to a table set next to a roaring hearth.
Geoffrey, owner of this tavern, he said with a pleasant smile. Might I interest you in some food today?
Sure. Tavern keeper smiled.
Splendid. What would you like?
All you have is rations, huh? Yeah, we're good. No barding for us here. I think those two, the one in Zun and this one, are the only ones that you can't bard in. You know, of those that aren't, like, closed. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that. 184, that's fine. That's really all I have. I mean, health and stamina went up, but that shouldn't have made these all 99. Okay, well. Oh, wait. I do have something else that I want to sell, don't I? Or I must have sold them already. Alright. I was thinking about the other lockpicks, but I think I sold them already. That works for me. Alright. Back on the road we go. Yeah, that's just graves. I don't see anything down here. Not seeing any more enemies, at least. Let's go ahead and camp so that it's daylight. I'm going to use the Dollatail Milk next time I know of a fight coming up. That is not a town. There is a shop up there. The building creaked in a way that made Owen nervous. You stay out here, he told Garth. Something doesn't feel right about this place. I'm going to have a look around. When he returned a minute later, he had a grim look on his face. What did you find? It was an open chest lying on an empty work table. Looked as though it had been rigged with a system of tripwires and flints. The contents were no doubt explosive. Someone's been up to no good, and we'd best leave before they get back. Right. That is not a shop. That is that event. Alright, bird shot into the sky. Let's get back onto scouting and stealth, which I should have been on before, but oh well. Alright, I'm definitely going to get into a fight, so Dullatail Milk and Dullatail Milk. So I got 8, 6, 5, 4 of that. I'm going to hold on to this stuff for later, I think. Oh, it's just little puppers. It's just little puppers. Sorry, puppers, you're going to die. Really, Gorath? Really? You're going to miss. You're going to miss against puppers. I mean, they're mean puppers, but they're still puppers. Lessai. Down goes a pupper. Down goes another pupper. Hey, Owen, how many have you killed? None yet? Oh, well, that's 3 for me. Oh, make that 4. Wait, I can get this one. Yes, I got one. Party's abilities have increased, at least. So, how many did you get? 1. Huh. You know I got 4, right? Yes. Hey, Gorath's strength went up, too. Look, Gorath, I understand I am not good at fighting. Why aren't you using your spells? Well, I don't know. I just have this feeling that I am not going to learn anything more by doing so. No one's about. Definitely not a good idea. This is my aunt's house. As much as I would enjoy the opportunity to explain why I'm traveling with the Moredhel, I think we should leave. Okay. The crossroads. Anything here that we want? More clerical oilcloth if we wanted to get it. But otherwise, not really. Still, more clerical oilcloth would be good at this point. In fact, you know what? Let's start just reflexively using that stuff. Because it was expensive once, not so expensive these days. What the heck, let's just buy some more right now. $195 is fine. Sounds pretty good. Alright, last episode was going to be the last, but I decided to get another one in. Let's make our way to LaMut before the end of this episode. And then next time we'll head into the Dwarven Mines. Pretty sure there's nothing in that one. Another bird shot into the sky. Owen's scouting ability has increased. Very nice. And we are on the right things. Okay. I'm not even getting any stealth. There we go. Owen heard a sound. Knowing they were about to be attacked, he planted his feet firmly and waited while his stomach tied itself in knots. More dogs. Okay. I mean, they're not hard. They don't do a whole lot of damage, so that's actually good. Certainly they don't have any magic, which is very good. I'm more than happy to not have magic. Wonk. That's one for me, Owen. Would you shut up, Gorath?
2.
I said shut up! That dog is just sitting back there because it couldn't get in. Oh, would you look at that? It's 3. Look, do you want me to give you a whack with this staff?
No, I'm good. 4.
Shut up. Here, let me take care of this one for you. Oh, that's terrible. Owen's defense has increased, at least. That's good. And there is nothing to get off of their bodies, unfortunately. Yeah, you heard me right. Unfortunately. There we go. We're at LaMut. Let's head inside. Owen motioned to the figure across the room. The man walked over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively. I hope you will find your experience here at the Blue Wheel Inn a pleasurable one. You're Tsarani, aren't you? Did you belong to the garrison here in LaMut? I heard that many of Earl Casim's troops were once from Tsaranuani. It is so. Why did you leave the garrison to run a tavern? Surely you would have had more opportunities for advancement in the garrison. You might have one day gained land for yourself or even a title. Earl Casimi was gracious enough to dismiss me from my post so that my dishonor would not taint the reputation of the Lamutian garrison. What did you do? Forgive me, but I believe I hear my cook calling from the kitchen. I will attend you later. Very well, I hope I didn't... we shall speak again soon. I wonder if because I'm pretty sure that's like the same text that we had when we first came here, and I'm kind of wondering if that's because it's Owen in the lead as opposed to Locklear. It's like seeing that there's a different character or something. I will take the 75 sovereigns. Let's see. The man belched, though not initially in the most companionable mood. He eventually gave in to Owen's attempts to make conversation, and told a story about a foiled robbery, thanks to the sword skills of his brother-in-law. Sounds like it's lucky you had him along, Owen said.
Probably. But if you hadn't been out looking for one of those bloody damned fairy chests...
I probably have heard this one before.
We'd have been to LaMut on time. Could have watched Earl Casimi and the rest of those Tsarani warriors of his humiliating Baron Cabot's men in the archer's tourney. That must have been quite a sight, especially since the Baron himself is generally considered an archer only second to Duke Martin of Cryde.
Fairy chests?
Treasure chests, the man clarified with a scowl. Not that I ever believed we would find one, but he says they are usually hidden in out-of-the-way fields or back in little canyons. Only a damn fool would believe something as stupid as that, but I suppose I should have expected as much from any husband of my sister.
Dang. Harsh. Owen motioned to the figure across the room. The dwarf walked over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively.
Oh, you've done it now, lad. I'd be surprised if that old Tsarani even ever spoke to you again.
Why, what did I say?
Nothing wrong, not leastways by the standards of the kingdom. But Tsumani, now he's not of the kingdom, is he? Or at least not so he has the kingdom way of thinking. These folks from Kellowan have queer ways of looking at a thing, and by me reckoning, ye have just insulted his honor by bringing up his getting the boot from the garrison.
I didn't mean to offend him. I was just curious.
As any would be. But these Tsarani now, they hold honor ways above all else, and if they be lacking in honor, then they feel they haven't the right to live. If not for a wee lie I told him a year or more ago, I suspected he would have ended his life by now.
But what did he do to warrant a dismissal?
I can't say as he's been exactly talkative about it, but as I'm a dwarf, I poked around a bit and I think I pieced the truth of the tale together. It seems about 3 years ago, Tsumani was mistakenly assigned the duty of standing watch over the Lamutian graveyard. Now he had already stood a double watch that day so that a friend of his could tie the marital knot, and he had been up late the night before attending to a laboring calf. Unfortunately, some clod working for the Earl forgot to take note of the fact and arranged that Sumani stood watch for 26 hours. Try as he might, he eventually fell victim to exhaustion and nodded off at his post.
But it wasn't his fault.
True, but 'tis not the end of the tale. When his relief came, it was a certain arrogant bastard captain whose family had some feud with Sumani's family. As punishment, he forced Sumani to sleep the next night in a freshly dug grave along with a corpse recently dead of the consumption. The idiot clerk's mistake was eventually found out by Earl Casimir, but Sumani felt as if he brought the dishonor upon himself in his former house by falling asleep.
That's terrible. And he's still living with this on his conscience?
That's the problem. The Tsurani would ordinarily poison themselves or run themselves through with a thing like that on their minds. They simply haven't had the experience of knowing how to let go of a mistake and go on. Fortunately, he's learning the kingdom way of dealing with a problem.
We're always pleased to have guests of your eminence. How may the Blue Wheel Inn be of service to you? We do have some new stuff. What do you know about Makala? We met a Tsurani in Krondor named Makala. Do you know anything about him? He is a great one of the Assembly of Magicians. Beyond that, I know little, as the great ones do not communicate with the lesser folk. Lesser folk? Those who are not of the Assembly, or those who are not lords or ladies of the Tsurani Empire. It would be improper that a person such as I speak to one of his rank unless he asked a question of me. This is the way of my former people. Joke? Dubal tells me that you're quite the entertainer. Any chance I could hear one of your Tsurani jokes sometime?
Dubal tells many people many things. Some things he says are true, and other things he says not as true. I merely repeat what it is I have heard from those at the garrison.
That's fine, I'm easy to please.
Your will, Lord. Though I should warn you, there is a different, how should I say, aesthetic to Tsurani humor. You may find it puzzling, but as you request it, I shall endeavor to entertain you. During the reign of 44 times Emperor Hijukama, the lords of the minor houses of the Omatu, the Zurumakal, and the Hebatoki were summoned to the holy city for an audience with the warlord. The Omatu, knowing the warlord to be allied with the Ebon Fist party, decided they would present the warlord with a woman of the reed life. The Zurumakal were richer, however, and decided they would buy the warlord a fine wooden sword from the Choja hive on the estates of the Kenu. But the Hebatoki paid the greatest price of the day and rode into the warlord's estate astride a ferocious Haruth. Immediately, the Haruth consumed the reed-life prostitute and began destroying the warlord's estate. Using the blade given by the Zurumakal, he beheaded the beast, but broke his blade in the process. When he had seen what had become of his fine gifts, he exclaimed, "Turakamu be praised, the Emperor shall love his new shoes."
That was, well, to be honest, I didn't understand anything you said after the word rain. But you told it well, I'm sure. I do kind of get the joke, actually. But, yeah. That may help with that. Was that down in Questor's View? I think it was. Thank you for your services, Sumani. You have a wonderful establishment. Your patronage honors us. Goodbye. I promise if I'm ever in LaMut again, I'll be sure to drop in for a bit of something to eat. Speaking of, let's just go ahead and rest until we're fully healed up. I have the money, after all. Okay, shop. Don't think there's anything that I want. Eyes of a shop, nope. Flamecast, nope. Don't really have anything to sell either. Alright, well, in that case, let's head up to the garrison, and then we'll call it an episode. The heavy metal gate greeted their arrival. When they were at last allowed entry to the garrison, they were led back to a meeting with Captain Belford. Pleasantries were exchanged as the men shook hands. You and your men have done a good job in this area, Captain, said Owen. It's no longer under martial law, I see. Belford sat a little straighter in his chair. Thank you. I've had patrols out rounding up every pointy-eared he caught himself remembering Gorath was in the room. Well, we've captured a number of Moredhel prisoners, the last of which had some large dogs with him. We didn't have food to keep them, and they seemed harmless, so we turned them out. Trained beast hounds, no doubt, sighed Owen, probably out looking for us. They thanked Captain Belford for his information, then left. Alright, well, when we come back, I think I will off-screen run down to Questor's view so that we can do the joke. If I'm wrong that's at Questor's view, then who knows? We'll just pick it back. I'll pick it back up outside the Dwarven Mine, Moredhel, Kadal, or whatever it's called. So I shall see you guys next time. See you then, everyone.